BlueStacks is the most installed Android emulator on the planet. Great for games. But if you're trying to run TikTok or banking apps through BlueStacks, the Play Integrity API flags it in milliseconds. Here's the honest split. BlueStacks runs on Windows and Mac, supports key mapping, lets you run multiple instances, excellent at what it was built for, mobile games on desktop. cloudf.one is a real handset in a Singapore data center on a real local SIM. You control it through a browser, ADB, or the cloudf.one panel. This video shows where each fits. On 3 things. 1. Where BlueStacks is the right tool. 2. Where BlueStacks breaks for ops. 3. What cloudf.one fills in for the workloads BlueStacks can't do. On 3 body.
What BlueStacks 2026 actually is.
BlueStacks 5 and the newer BlueStacks X versions ship an x86 Android image. Currently mostly Android 9, with newer beta builds reaching 11 and 13. The desktop client handles VM management, key mapping, instance cloning, gamepad support. Free tier with ads. Paid tier removes ads and unlocks a few features. The strengths show up clearly. Mature polished UI that doesn't crash often. Key map presets for popular games. Multi-instance manager that scales to dozens of clones on a strong PC. Macro recorder for repetitive game tasks. Decent gamepad and controller support. Large community sharing setups for popular titles. For your job is mobile gaming, BlueStacks is one of the best tools you can pick. That's not a competitive market they're losing. The same design that makes BlueStacks great for games makes it unusable for serious mobile ops. BlueStacks runs on top of your local PC. The kernel reports x86 architecture. The build.prop has emulator strings that fraud SDKs catch in milliseconds. The IMEI is generated, not assigned. The sensors are synthetic. The IP is your home or office connection, unless you layer a proxy on top. And finding a Singapore mobile carrier proxy that survives mobile SDK scrutiny is harder than just renting a real phone. Most modern apps that care about device authenticity use Google Play Integrity API, Safety Net Attestation, or proprietary risk SDKs. Those tools are deliberately built to detect emulators. BlueStacks fails attestation by design. There's no clever flag you can flip to fix that. For a TikTok account, an Instagram account, a banking app, or any platform that checks device integrity before trusting the session, BlueStacks is a hard no. Instead of a virtualized image on your laptop, you control a real Samsung phone in a Singapore facility, connected to a real local SIM on a real SG mobile carrier IP. The Motop prop is genuine. Architecture is RAM. Sensors are real. IMEI is the IMEI the manufacturer wrote into the chipset. IP is a real Singtel, StarHub M1, or Vivify mobile range, depending on the plan. Google Play Integrity and Safety Net attest the device because the device is genuinely a phone running stock Samsung firmware. For any workflow where the platform on the other side scores risk based on device authenticity and IP geography, this is the layer the emulator approach cannot synthesize. Selects the comparison table. Off feature, BlueStacks, cloud.one, we get pricing free with ads, $5 Mo paid, flat monthly per phone, device type x86 Android VM, real Samsung handset, network, local ISP plus, optional proxy, real SG mobile carrier SIM, fingerprint authenticity, low detectable, high genuine device. Play Integrity, Safety Net, fails passes. Singapore Geo, only via proxy, unreliable, native local mobile IP, best for mobile gaming on desktop, SG mobile ops, account warming, BOS pricing reality. BlueStacks free tier covers most casual use. Paid tier is cheap, visible cost is small. The hidden cost is everywhere else. A quality SG mobile residential proxy costs more per month than a basic phone rental. Running BlueStacks 24/7 on a desktop ties up a machine that could be doing something else. And the cost of an account ban on a platform that pays you back is usually higher than a month of any cloud phone subscription. cloudf.one is flat monthly per phone, all in. Real device, real SIM, real bandwidth, real data center uptime. You pay more on the invoice and nothing on the side. For any workflow where banned accounts cost real money, the math heavily favors paying for the real device. Now, multi-instance question. People ask whether running 20 BlueStacks instances with 20 different proxies is a substitute for 20 real phones. Answer is no, and the reason is detection. A Play Integrity phone still reports the same x86 kernel, the same emulator shape build, the same synthetic sensors. Proxies fix the IP layer but not the device layer. A fraud SDK that checks the device first does not even need to look at the IP. One signal is enough. One such real phones cost more per unit because each unit is a real phone. That's not inefficiency. That's where the trust signal comes from. Well, you deal with it. You'll be your real phone. Then you can force read in like you wait a minute. Where can the cool but I don't think of email this play as a bulk. Multi-boxing games across instances on one PC. BlueStacks do with the apps that don't run integrity attestation. BlueStacks. No need to look like a Singapore mobile user. BlueStacks. TikTok, Instagram, social ops on real Samsung, cloud.one, apps using Play Integrity or Safety Net, cloud. 1. Singapore mobile carrier, IP required. cloudf.one, account warming. Persistence, trust signals. cloudf.one, teams that try to make BlueStacks do the second job end up rebuilding accounts every few weeks. Teams that try to make cloudf.one do the first job overpay for an experience that gaming-focused tools cover for free. If you're using BlueStacks today and seeing accounts banned, capture walls, or silent throttling on apps that should work, the missing layer is the device itself. cloudf.one offers a free 1-hour trial on a real SG phone with no card at cloudf.one/register. You can check the IP, run play integrity, install your app, and see whether the platform's response changes. On a paid plan, use YT30 for 30% off month 1. Keep BlueStacks for the games it was built for. For everything else, where the platform asks, is this really a phone? You need a phone to buy one. If this helped, subscribe. Next video is multi-login versus cloudf.one. Anti-detect browser versus real mobile device. Different layers of the same problem.